Hello darlings, it's Showbiz and welcome to my new online show, The Showbiz Show, where each week we feature celebrity gossip and showbiz's kind of people, where every week we travel around the country to find the weird, the wacky and the talented. Exclusive celebrity interviews. Make sure you tune in. Cheers! We're now joined with a Showbiz legend. We are absolutely delighted to have you on the Showbiz Show, Stacy, because we've been trying to get you since Celebrity Big Brother. The one, the only, Stacy Francis.
Oh, how sweet is
Showbiz.
Okay, that was an amazing introduction.
Oh, thank you.
Hi.
Stacey, it's great to see you.
Well, it's good to be here.
Look, it is good to see you.
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to say, it's a pleasure. How is life?
Life is pretty interesting. It's been fast. It's been up and down, a roller coaster. I feel like the Big Brother house, like the mindset of that kind of followed me. You know how you going through the house? You've been in the house.
Absolutely.
It's like up and down, up and down. You're happy one day, you're like sad the next day. Life has been kind of like that since I came out because it's just, oh my God, it's such a roller coaster. I have to go back to America. I want to stay here. It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
We know you obviously from Celebrity Big Brother, but let's go right back. I want to talk about where it all began. You're from New York.
I am. I'm from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in
Yes,
New York.
yes.
And obviously you were known from American X Factor.
Yes, I did the X Factor in 2011. It was the first season of the X Factor in that country.
Yeah.
Yes.
And where did you come? Quite high. You were in there till the last.
Oh, you mean in the finals?
Last
I was
four,
top
weren't you?
10.
Top 10.
I was top 10.
That's pretty good.
I was
pretty
top
good.
10, yeah. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. How was that experience?
You know what? It was really awesome for exposure. Like I tell every singer now that people, you know, they confront me and they say, hey, you know, what do you think is a good way to break into the industry? And I always say the most amazing, most effective marketing you can do is be on a competition show like the X Factor.
Really.
Because, I mean, millions of people saw me for 3 months straight. I mean, it's publicity I couldn't pay for.
No.
And so when you have that kind of platform, it is kind of hard when you lose. And I mean, I lost to like a 12-year-old kid who was like Astro, who was like throwing a temper tantrum on stage. And it was like, you know, this has nothing to do with my voice. So it gets a little political and it's reality TV and you kind of going for a really great TV moment. And you they kind of lose focus of what you're really there.
Are you in contact with Simon Cowell?
He wasn't my mentor. He was a judge on the show. He stood up, he gave me a standing ovation, and it was like, wow, I can't believe.
Nicole Scherzinger was your mentor.
Yeah, Nicole was my mentor. Yes, Cheryl Cole was actually as my first audition.
I love Cheryl Cole.
Love her, but
I
she
met
didn't,
Cheryl Cole.
Yeah, she
Lovely
didn't
lady.
stay for the whole season.
No.
Though. Nicole came in and took over.
And you
for
got
her.
on well with Nicole?
Yeah, she was very cool. Really, and I mean, I know she's doing very well here as well.
Yeah, she's done a few. She was in the last X Factor.
Yeah,
she was. Yeah,
she's a cool
brilliant.
girl.
Now, American X Factor, you're in the final top 10.
Yeah.
Great exposure, great experience. Obviously, you are a brilliant musical artist.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
We all know this. Can I call it a spat, argument, or with
I always
with the
say
one
a very big misunderstanding
with Whitney Houston?
Yeah. It was a very unfortunate situation. Everybody kind of knows this story, and it's been told so many times, but of course a journalist like yourself would want to ask again. I just really quickly would say we were at a Grammy party together, and we hung out
with Ray J.
Yeah, we hung out several hours together. She knew me from New York. I did a show at Madison Square Garden, and I did a show on Broadway called Footloose, and she had seen me in that, and when I went to the concert to hear her sing, she actually pulled me on stage to sing. Really? And the newspapers wrote about it, and they titled the article Whitney Houston fan of Footloose star. So it was like mutual. It was a really mutual respect of each other's voices and talent. And so skipping ahead to the Grammy party, seeing her several years later, we hung out for several hours, and Ray was there, and she didn't understand my relationship with Ray because I've known Ray for like over 20 years. I've known him and his sister. And so, unfortunately, I think she just misunderstood our affection and our talk. I mean, even in the house, like, Austin was even questioning, like, why are you guys so close? And not understanding my affinity for him.
I have to say, though, when I saw you with Ray, there was a connection, but there was also a distance as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It seemed very distant. It seemed like one of those relationships or friendships that you could pick up and start off where you left off.
That's exactly what it is, because I'm best friends with his sister. My relationship was not with him.
Right.
My relationship was with his sister. I lived with her. Brandy was a very good friend of mine. I even lived with her on one occasion. So it's just like, it's like being friends with someone who's married.
Yeah.
You're really good friends with the wife, but the husband is kind of like, oh hey, how you doing?
Did you and Ray J have a relationship then? Ever?
Like an intimate relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, never.
Just friendship.
Just friendships. I mean, I always thought of him as much younger than me. Obviously, he sees older women because Whitney was older than I am, but to each his own. I always looked at him as like little Ray, you know.
Maybe she didn't really understand, as you say, the relationship.
No,
what
she
it was
didn't.
All about.
She didn't understand it at all. He kept saying, "Whitney, no, this is family. This is family. It's not like that. It's not like that." And she just misunderstood what it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for all of us.
So let's talk about Celebrity Big Brother. I have to say, you were one of the most controversial housemates in the show, as well as myself, of course.
Well, it was really interesting because what I noticed, like Spidey, they had each other, Jedward, they had each other, and there was a little bit of connection for me with Ray. Like I did feel like couples, I think do very well in the house, and I think that's why you get like a Bianca and a Jamie sort of pulling to each other. You have like this. It's nice to have someone to feed off of because you're in there by yourself. You feel very alone.
Yeah.
So I kind of took care of Ray. Like I would get him like a cheeseburger. I would get him breakfast. It was like something for me to focus on. Yeah, it was something to do, you know. And it's just like family in there with me. He was hilarious. Like he would make us crack up. We would laugh so much.
Was it just too much? Did he have enough? Was it just he had enough?
Well, I think that he didn't know. I don't know that he really knew what it was. I'm really not allowed to say much more than that.
No,
but
that's fine.
I don't think that he knew what it was in the house. Like I don't know that he knew that you'd be away from your phone, you'd be away from the life that you used to, you'd be completely secluded. Because see, I didn't really know what the show was. Because as an American, we never see it, right? So I didn't know that you'd be nominating each other, or you know that I know
they don't
that
tell you an awful lot either, do they?
They don't tell you a lot. I felt very alone in the house. You know, even with Ray there, I did have him at moments to concentrate on and try to help him because I knew he was going through a hard time and he was sleeping a lot and it was just hard for him. His tooth started bothering him. It was a big deal. But it was very lonely. You know, it was very. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know how to play the game.
Must ask you, Chloe Ferry, when you pressed the buzzer and of course she went.
Yeah, that was devastating.
Really?
Yeah, it was devastating for me because Chloe, when she came in the house, she was very loyal to me, and I felt very loyal to her. As much as you can for somebody you just meet, right? And I was getting to know her, and I thought she was a great girl. I loved her for the fact that she loved her mom, and she wanted to take care of her mom, and like there's things that she works hard. And as I was getting to know her, I started to really like her a lot. So I felt like it wasn't personal to Chloe, and I know that she still doesn't like me for doing that. You feel that Chloe doesn't like you? Well, she certainly doesn't hate you, because Chloe Ferry has actually told me, a little birdie's just told me, that she would like to take you on a Geordie Shore night out. That's going to make me cry. But the question is, would you like to go? I would totally go with her. I love her. Exclusive. That is an exclusive. Because you know what? Because I thought she was so angry with me, and I felt so awful. And the reason I pressed the button, honestly, and this is not... I didn't know she really understood the rule of the game in that way, because it was so complicated. Like, if you press the button, if you don't press the button, this is going to happen or that. And I was like, does she really get what we're doing? And if she presses the button, I'm going home. And all I could think about was the importance of playing the game and staying in the house. Yeah. And I felt like, because, like, I think that Nicola and Callum were telling her, she's going to press the button, she's going to press the button. I felt also kind of crappy that they were like, oh, we know how Stacy's going to play the game. She's playing to win. Yeah. And I was playing to win, but not to the expense of someone like Chloe, because I really liked her. Yeah, yeah. That's I really did. I thought she was so fun. 3 celebrities you'd like to be stuck with in a lift. Jared Leto. Yeah. Love him. So hot. Yeah. Oprah Winfrey. Oh wow, Oprah. We love a bit of Oprah. Oh no, love her. And you would have to come. I'd love to meet Oprah. Yeah. So it'll be the 3 of us with Jared Leto. Brilliant. So let's talk about your show at the Hippodrome. The Hippodrome, the place to perform at in London. You had your own show there. Tell us about that. It was a lot of work. I had to manage 11. I had to manage the band and the background singers and hopefully get people in the room. Did you produce it yourself? I did. Did you put the whole thing together? I did. And I really, when I put it together, I didn't want like a basic band. Like I wanted a band. Was brilliant. I had a horn section, I had a percussion section. I had, I knew that I'm just a big singer. I have a loud voice. Obviously, we went over that on Celebrity Big Brother. Fantastic. But I wanted a band that supported that. And what's next for Stacy Francis? Honestly, my next aim, like if I could have my dream, Royal Albert Hall. The Albert Hall. Wow. I would love to do what I had plus about maybe 20 more pieces added to it, like a 30 piece.
You like
and
the big band, don't you?
I love it. I have a big voice, so I need that, and I just love the drive of it and the energy of it. And we did some really great covers, and people loved it, and they sang along and they danced to. We did old stuff, new stuff, Broadway stuff, you know, like musical theater. We just mixed it up a lot, and the audience seemed to love it. And I think that's important, that they can sing along, and that they can be still and listen while I just sing. You know what I mean?
But the Albert Hall is not a front room. It's huge, isn't it?
The Albert Hall, that's the dream.
Now on the Showbiz Show, Stacey, we like to have a bit of fun and do this thing called the 60 Seconds Challenge, where I fire a question at you and you have to give me the answer straight away. Are you ready?
I think I am.
Right, this is going to be a great one. Who is the most famous person in your phone book?
Brandy, Kelly Preston, John Travolta's wife.
That is famous. If there was an actress to play you in a film or a play...
Rita Ora.
Rita Ora.
Don't we look alike?
We did,
but then
slightly. What's the most demanding, expensive thing you've ever asked on your rider?
I only go with like Cheerios, like Honey Nut Cheerios. It's not expensive.
What's your most showbiz quality? Your voice?
I think my voice and obviously my
your
hair.
Your hair, definitely. Biggest Hollywood star that you would like to go on a date with?
Tom Cruise.
Oh wow! Now that is a question. Right, now we all know you as a bit of a singer and showbiz.
Yes.
Can you give us a little blast of a song?
I only wanna be your weekend lover, and I only wanna be some kind of friend. Yeah, I could never, baby, I could never steal you from another. I only wanna see you dancing in the purple rain. Purple rain.
Ladies and gentlemen, what more can I say? Stacey Francis, it's been an absolute honour having you on the Showbiz Show, and you're always welcome to come back.
I don't mean to be rude, but who are you?
Haven't you seen him on the television?
Showbiz